Time for another FiddleHed fiddle lesson. I'm going to do the tune Arkansas Traveler right now. I'm going to do an intermediate version in which I add some things to it. If you don't already know the tune, you should learn the beginner version first, and I have a link to a video for that below in the comments below. So, in case you're new to FiddleHed, I'm going to play the whole tune, and then we're going to learn it in a step-by-step way. And with this tune, I'm going to sort of assume that you know the basic melody, and so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time going over each single note for that. I'm going to more talk about what I've added to it. So anyway, I'm going to play this little version I've worked up that I like, and then I'll talk about what I added to it. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so first thing you can do to prepare for this tune is to play a D major scale. Play it a whole lot. Play it with rhythms. Then I want you to try to play with double stops, D double stop scale. I have a video for that too, but I'll just play it once. But if you want to get more into how double stop scales work, I've got a video for you out there. It's just a D major scale, but droning either the D or the A string. There's the singles. So, it's worth getting good at that because I'm going to do a lot of double stops on the A part. So on the A part, we're going to start by just droning a constant double stop throughout it. So the first chord of the A part is. So basically, when I'm playing on the D, I'm going to be droning the A string. And when I'm playing on the G string, I'm going to be droning the D string. Alright, putting that together, that first quarter with double stops. I think in my basic version, I might not do a hoedown here. I might just do long notes, but in this version, I'm adding hoedown. Hoedown is long, short, short. Okay, so basically for the first 3 quarters of the tune, we do this a similar thing. We just drone the string to the right. So for the second quarter, here we're droning the A, and then here we're droning the D. Third chord is the same as the first, and then the fourth quarter you can drone the D or the A as well. So I'm going to play the whole A part with just a straight drone double stop right now, so you can kind of get the idea of it. Here it goes. Sounds pretty cool, but with that way of playing it, the melody gets a little buried. You know, it sounds cool anyway, maybe you want to do it once like that, but then there's a way to do double stops, which you create more of a texture where they come and go in a rhythmic fashion. I just call this single double alteration. It sounds like math, I know, But I got a special video just focuses on that technique, and what it is just this is the basic exercise. If you take a hoedown and then you create a double stop accent with that. There the double stop accent is on the 2 and the 4. An easier one is to put it on the 1 and the 3. Well, anyway, that's what I'm going to do next in Arkansas Traveler. If you want to get more into that technique, I have a video which explores it pretty in depth, and I'll put a link to that below as well. So, if we were to add this kind of double stop texture to the A part, we'd have on the first 4 notes. I think it's worth your while to cycle just that. I think if you get that, and in general, if you get one little piece of anything you're learning, then the rest of it sort of opens up. So then that's followed by. So with this kind of single double stop pattern, the first quarter of the A part to Arkansas Traveler is. B part is totally similar. I meant to say the second quarter of the A part. Sorry about that. Third quarter is the same as the first, and then the fourth. So if we add this offbeat double step accent to that, it's hard, but you know, start with 4 notes. Start with something simple always. Just do that till you get it. I'm droning an open D, right here. And then cycle that until it becomes a groove and you have musical flow with it. Alright, then you can move on to the next 4 notes. And then okay, so if I were to play the entire A part with this double stop texture, it'd sound like. So that's religiously doing it. Most fiddlers would kind of bring it in and out, and kind of you would develop your own feel for it based on what you like and how you're hearing the music. Okay, so that's the main thing I wanted to show you in this tune. The second thing I wanted to show you, though, that I did in the opening version of it, is that in fiddle music and kind of like folk music a lot, there's often a little anticipation of the beat. So if say we're looking at the 4th quarter. So if you count it, it normally just starts right on the 1, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? However, a lot of times the fiddler or any instrument will have a little anticipation where it comes in on what's called the and of 4, like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and it comes in there before the beat. It'll make more sense if I play it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and. I'll do it again with counting. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. I think that's really hard if you haven't done it before. I don't know what would be best for you right now, but I'm just going to cycle this phrase with this anticipation, I call it, and hopefully it'll sink in. You just listen to it. If you can't do it, just listen to it a bunch, and also listen for it in music, in fiddle music. Okay, so I'm just going to count us in, and then once we get going, I'm going to keep going on this fourth quarter. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Alright, you could do this anticipation for the beginning too, like the beginning. So if we're coming from the fourth quarter back to the A part again. Alright, and then anyway, I did this little anticipation thing on the B part as well. So the B part, very similarly, starts right on the 1, and so on. And I just did this anticipation there, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And so on. So I didn't really add much to the B part. I might have added a few other notes from the scale, but it's pretty minimal addition compared to the beginner version I have up. The only other thing I added to the A part, which is the total cherry on top, is just a little triplet at the end. That's just a little, it normally was. And then I added, I'll cycle that. Alright, well cool, that's about it. The main things again, double stops, you can try adding it as a drone constant or as a texture, making an accent pattern. Then you can try the anticipation thing, and then just the little triplet thing there. And remember, anything you add to a tune, you don't want it to take away from the tune. You want it to help the tune. And then, so when you try these ideas out, ask yourself: is it making it better or worse? You know, maybe you decide, it's better without the double stops. You know, it was fun trying it, but so I want you to keep that in mind whenever you take a simple tune and you add things to it. Ask yourself, like, is it working? Okay, well, cool. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.